Do I think there's going to be another Black Swan? Of course, 100%. I just don't know exactly what it is. The only one that's going to be an interesting one to watch, and I don't even know how he calls a Black Swan, because I feel like Black Swan by definition can't really be, it's like, predicted. Oh, didn't see that happening.
Yeah.
The US government is going after Tether. That is clear to me. I view Tether as a very important part of the ecosystem.
Going to a different economy, and we're going to be learning more about that as we go. But clearly, we're learning that things can be done from remote locations. We're learning that technology can replace people even more than we thought.
We're not going back to the same economy. We're recovering, but to a different economy, and it'll be one that is more leveraged to technology. And I worry that that is going to make it even more difficult than it was for many workers.
In Silicon Valley, and my friends who work in technology know that what we did to the manufacturing workers, we are now going to do to the retail workers, the call center workers, the fast food workers, the truck drivers, and then even bookkeepers, accountants, insurance agents, lawyers, and on through the economy. So what happened to the manufacturing workers is a very clear sign.
And so we'll import Chinese-based CBDC technology. So it's going to be CBDC in a box provided to you by the People's Bank of China.
But every stock, every bond, every currency, every commodity, every piece of art, every private business, every piece of real estate will eventually be a token on a blockchain, an entry on a ledger, permanent and immutable. We will have truth instead of trust, and we will save over $7 trillion a year. 6 to 8% of global GDP is wasted by the friction of the trust industry that's necessary when you have dual entry accounting. With triple entry accounting, which is what a blockchain is, we get rid of all of that friction. It's a beautiful future.
Like what you see in China and their social credit scoring systems, right? If we get identity wrong, it could be a tool to enslave humanity. And if we get it right, it could be a tool to liberate humanity. And as an American, I'm obviously rooting for the one that's on the side of freedom.
Bitcoin is an international asset. And also, I do believe the role of crypto is, it's digitizing gold.
I actually believe this technology is going to be very important. Look at it. We have been part of a huge revolution in investing through ETFs. We believe that ETFs will be changing the whole way we invest. Many people still use it as a means, people are investing it for indexing. No, the majority of people who are putting money in in ETFs are active investors that are buying exposure. The entire bond market is being transformed as we talk right now. I believe the next generation for markets, the next generation for securities will be tokenization of securities. And if we can have that distributed ledger that we know every beneficial owner, every beneficial seller, we all have our code of who's buying, who's selling, instantaneous settlement. And think about it, it changes the whole ecosystem.
Chinese bank ICBC has been hit by a ransomware attack, and the U.S. Treasury market, as a result of that, has been disrupted. This, according to the Financial Times. We're getting it more right now with Bloomberg's Sonali Basak. Sonali, what do we know?
Listen, we have the Financial Times now reporting that ICBC, one of China's largest banks here, was hit with a ransomware attack. And remember, they're a very significant intermediary in the Treasury market. The SIFMA has told its members that this has been part of the reason here that the system is kind of clogged up, if you will, during that auction that we saw a little bit before. The attack had prevented ICBC, according to the Financial Times, from settling Treasury trades on behalf of other market participants. A large executive at a major bank also telling the paper that such a large party on the fixed income clearing corp creates major concerns, potentially impacting the liquidity of Treasury markets.
Now, it was not just a poor auction. It was absolutely lousy, and when the dealers have to step in to save a treasury auction, that's a rare occurrence.
Welcome to the Crypto Teacher. And guys, please like and subscribe if you do like what you're listening to. Please inform your friends and family and spread all over social media. It is imperative that we get back to learning finances and understand how the world really works, because once we understand how the world really works, we understand that it is all planned out. Now, I want to thank those who purchased the books Cryptoteacher and the New World Order book. Remember, the New World Order book shows you how the world really works, and it is definitely time for you to wake up out of that sleep, especially in the times that we're in right now. And 2024 is going to be one of our most entertaining years. We have the presidential election. We have the drums are beating. We have the emerging markets going to be flipping the switch on the fourth industrial revolution. And they finally start to cut rates. And we know Japan is going to start raising rates. And those trillions of dollars that are sitting in money market accounts are going to start flowing over to the emerging markets. And we know the master magicians are about to set up that distraction so they can cut rates while we still have inflation. And in the fourth quarter, once the election is over, the movie begins. And also, guys, I want to thank those who purchased the 3 Kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, much love to those who donate to the Cash App, Patreon. Much love. Keep it coming. Guys, if you're not a part of the Patreon, make sure you're donating to the channel through the actual Cash App. But guys, this next Bitcoin and crypto bull run is going to be a utility run. So you want to make sure you have the cryptos that have real utility. And much love to those who are shopping at both stores. Keep it coming. And of course, guys, we get into Bitcoin and cryptos first.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.
And we had Bitcoin and crypto move lower as I'm doing this video. Remember, guys, on the weekend, we're the only game in town. Now, we normally pick up Saturday night going into Sunday, and then we know CME moves the market Sunday night. So, guys, make sure you're paying attention to the actual indicators. We had the short end down, long and up, and we're going to see more of that because we know no one wants this long-term paper. Don't forget, Trump's job at the end of his term is to get us to a level playing field. And this new digital economy. Now we have the dollar down, but still strong. We have volume in crypto right now down. We have Tether and USDC. And then, of course, guys, we have the Fed. Repo at $268 billion. Make sure you're pulling that on a daily basis during the week. We saw the repo go from about 90-some billion all the way up to 268. And we see the short end being pushed down, but that long end is rising, is going to continue to rise. I definitely see us getting up to 5% on that 10-year yield. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now we have the U.S. alphabet boys requiring DeFi brokers to collect user trading information. And this should let you know, guys, DeFi is definitely the new banking. Over these next 2 years, we're going to see a whole lot of new crypto regulation. Crypto laws go into effect not just in the United States, but globally. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. And I'm going to go over that later. Now, in the first quarter of the year, we have the FOMC meetings, January and March. So January 29th and March 19th. And we know the January one, they're definitely going to pause. Now, when Trump does get into office, if he puts in effect these tariffs, we know that's going to cause even more inflation, but it doesn't happen right then and there. It's going to happen down the road. And job numbers are going to be looking decent just because of the holidays. But we know that's going to change when it comes to the second quarter, because that's when we know these corporations are going to start speeding up these layoffs. The technology is already there to replace humanity in the workforce. They just need that crisis in order to implement it all. But right now, they're going to slowly introduce the technology. But by the time we hit 2028, the sheep are going to have a clear vision of what we can see right now. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. And don't forget, anytime Trump is speaking about no taxes on tips, we talking about tariffs, this is all because so many people are going to be out of work. They need to get the taxes from somewhere, especially if you're going to be creating universal basic income. One thing they're going to do is take this debt, turn it into equity, and hand it out to the people. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now we have the Bitcoin and Ethereum spot ETFs, BlackRock, Fidelity, and Grayscale. Bitcoin spot ETFs were down at close. Ethereum spot ETFs were slightly up at close. Now we have Bitcoin spot ETFs right now has recorded over $36 billion in net inflows since launch. Also, we have Ethereum spot ETFs at about $2.3 billion so far. Now, getting over into a little crypto news, we have Ethereum trading volume hits 186 million weekly high, driven by Bitrue token launch. Also, we have Squid Game returns with Season 2, introducing a crypto influencer who scam followers. And of course, they're pushing a narrative, but that narrative is going to push adoption. Remember, negative energy flows a whole lot faster. And then lastly, we have the Black Swan right around the corner. We have Tether compliance to MICA rules December 30th. And we don't know whether Tether is working on becoming compliant. If they are, they have until July 1st of 2026. But it's no way right now they can go one for one. And we know something bigger is going to play out because Tether is not even allowed in the United States, but they're buying up United States treasuries, one of the largest buyers. So this will let you know all these stable coins are going to land in the power of the central banks anyway. But the NWO is going to play out that movie simulation in order to get us there. The only thing we have to do is sit back, get your popcorn, and let it play out. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Because he knows when it comes to the NWO, it's all planned out. But that's all I have for you. Don't forget about the books. Crypto Teacher and the New World Order book, plus the 3 kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, new to cryptos, Coinbase, Bitrue, Binance. Do not forget book links and crypto links are in the description. The stock channel, guys. Don't forget to go like, subscribe, spread everywhere. You have your Kobo, your chip stocks, your banking, your gaming. While everybody's sitting at home, get home stocks, the Seaver, the biotech stocks. And while everybody's at home wishing they were still getting that free money, what are they doing? Drinking and smoking weed. Don't forget about those stocks, and you have a wonderful day. The most powerful person in the world is the storyteller. The storyteller sets the vision, values, and agenda of an entire generation to come. Steve Jobs. And guys, you know I truly believe in this. When you look at the New World Order, they're the storytellers. And that's the reason why I wrote my New World Order book. But guys, now it's time to change the current generation. And I wrote 3 kids books. You know, I love the Trinity because I understand the power that's in it. So I have 3 books. We have an opportunity to change the generation, to educate, not just me, but I want to show you that I take action on a daily basis. And I want you to take action on a daily basis. Whether it's your job, whether it's in your community, we have an opportunity right now to educate the masses. I posted this on my Twitter account. Please share, but this is a short clip of the 3 books. There's going to be a clothing line and action figures. Please get these books for your kids, nephews, cousins, friends, so therefore we can start the re-education now. Because as we see, the 4th Industrial Revolution foundation is definitely here. Robots, algorithms, drones, taking humanity out the picture. We have to re-educate. But let's get into the video.
Part 1. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save the village. Part 2. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save New York from COVID 33. Part 3. King Joshua and Grandma Tam goes to China.
It's mandatory to get part 1, part 2, and part 3 of this series. It's time to re-educate Generation Z.